What's going on YouTube? My name is Yags, and the countdown to Modern Warfare 2 is well underway. With the betas going live in just a few weeks, I wanted to first go over 5 ways I think MW2 can build on the Modern Warfare formula laid out 3 years ago. MW2019 sold really well, but was really polarizing for a lot of people, and there's definitely some room to improve going into this new installment. If Call of Duty wants to take over the entire gaming landscape again like they did in 2020, they're going to need to address some player concerns from last time around, especially due to the fact that the franchise is taking a year off next year. We're going to get to that, but first, I just want to say, please leave shipment in the past, okay? It was fun while it lasted, I get it, I get the appeal, it's wild and mindless and chaotic fun, but I mean, look at what's on your screen right now. Are you going to tell me that this is good game design? That's my COD hot take of the day, I guess. Is that a hot take? I don't know, I'm sticking with it though. I think the biggest concern people have going into MW2 is with the map design, specifically whether the game will be as camp-heavy as its predecessor. Modern Warfare ran far away from the traditional 3-lane maps of COD's past, and while some players really liked having bigger maps with tons of obscure camping spots, a lot of others couldn't stand how much it slowed down the pacing of so many matches. Some maps fell victim to this more than others, and I think going into MW2, the team should focus on striking a better balance between camping and rushing playstyles in the map design. Modern Warfare's decision to ship bigger maps with dozens of little crevices and hiding spots was made with a purpose, and it really brought a tactical element back to Call of Duty. It slowed the pacing down, but it brought back that semi-realism of having to check your corners and not being able to move around as recklessly. And it increased the skill gap by requiring you to know these maps inside and out. I think a lot of us were missing that after years of bland map design throughout the 2010s, and for that, Modern Warfare's map design should be commended. With that being said though, Infinity Ward really did make maybe the campiest Call of Duty of all time, and I hope it's toned back a little bit in the sequel. Making run and gun viable on more than just a few maps will be important if they want people to stick around for 2 years. I think there's a way to thread the needle and cater to both types of players, and hopefully they don't overcomplicate the map design to the point that it frustrates the player base like last time. Movement has become a bigger and bigger topic over the years in Call of Duty, and there are basically 2 schools of thought. It's pretty easy to figure out which group you're a part of. I've organized a simple flowchart for your convenience. I'm in the group that's constantly getting lit up by people sliding around corners and no-scope headshotting from the air. And yeah, it's a little annoying to die like that, but I'm still of the opinion that movement is a part of the skill gap in Call of Duty, and it's just something you have to master over time. It gives you a huge advantage in nearly every gunfight you get into, and I don't think it needs to change too much from a mechanical standpoint. I do, however, think they should slightly nerf jump-shotting. In my opinion, it's the one aspect of movement that maybe has gotten a little out of hand. Combined with something like dead silence, people can lock onto your head as they're whizzing by you in the air and one-shot you, and they can do it consistently. I think skillful players should be able to pull off highlight plays, and I don't think it needs a huge nerf, but I do think hitting sniper headshots as you're falling through the air like the Matrix every time you spawn in is a little much. Something as simple as a slight decrease in accuracy while in the air is all they need. This is another controversial one, as a lot of people have different opinions about skill-based matchmaking. In case you haven't heard of it, skill-based matchmaking is the system in place that matches you with players of your corresponding skill level. I'm not going to get into the entire SBMM discussion. I'm going to have a whole video coming in the next couple of weeks here breaking down how skill-based matchmaking negatively impacts games, but for this video, I'm just going to keep it specific to Call of Duty. Modern Warfare received a lot of flack for an SBMM system that was extremely reactive. This means that the game monitors your KD and other stats from game to game and changes the skill level of your opponents constantly to give you the best experience. The problem is that the game can feel like it's alternating between 2 extremes, matching you up against players well below your skill level after a bad game and well above it after a good game. A lot of players have an issue with how calculated the matchmaking feels in public lobbies and advocate that SBMM be removed from pubs entirely and placed in a separate ranked mode. That'll never happen, as tons of research has been done on skill-based matchmaking that proves it increases overall player retention in the long run. But while SBMM isn't going anywhere, I hope that they can at least tweak it enough to solve the reactivity issue. Just a more balanced matchmaking experience overall would go a long way for the player base. Another area Modern Warfare was heavily criticized was its spawns. And to this day, you can load into a game and spawn right in front of someone already ADSing in that exact spot. You can still get spawn trapped in certain scenarios, and the entire spawning system as a whole is just really inconsistent, especially on the smaller maps. And I know bad spawns are kind of just a part of Call of Duty at this point, but hey, we can dream, right? Hopefully MW2 won't have any major issues with spawning and we can go back to complaining about SBMM. This last one doesn't really have to do with the launch of the game, but rather with the way the next 2 years of Call of Duty as a whole are handled. In 2019, Modern Warfare released a mixed reception, but when Warzone exploded onto the scene 6 months later, the two helped to finally propel the Call of Duty franchise back to the top of the mountain once again. After that though, things got complicated. Cold War had some good elements, but wasn't able to reach the heights of Modern Warfare, and Vanguard massively underperformed, putting the franchise in a somewhat awkward spot. On top of that, Activision decided that it would try to integrate each new game into Warzone, including new weapons and equipment from the newer installments as they released. Even during Cold War, the integration felt forced, like they were trying to just cram everything together without really thinking it through, and by Vanguard, the meta was so diluted that the entire experience started to feel a little overcomplicated to casual players, even despite some cool new ideas it implemented. After the roller coaster ride Call of Duty has been on over the past 3 years, it's exciting to know that MW2 and Warzone 2 will be their own self-contained games, starting completely from scratch with a brand new meta. And the fact that the franchise is taking a year off is the cherry on top. It's what they should have done with Modern Warfare. Let it ride for a few years until the player base is ready for something new. The only thing that worries me is this premium paid content promise Activision made. They're releasing something in 2023, and while we know it won't be a mainline game, I just hope it isn't multiplayer content that waters down the Warzone 2 experience and splits up the player base. Premium paid content could mean a lot of things: campaign DLC, a zombies collection, a different PvE mode. I could see them remastering the MW3 campaign in multiplayer or something. Whatever it ends up being, I just hope it's kept separate from MW2 and the new Warzone. So that's 5 things MW2 can do to be even better than Modern Warfare. I think this game is going to be a lot of fun regardless, but making some of these changes could go a long way towards keeping people playing for years to come. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and a comment down below, and I'll have plenty of MW2 content for you right here on this channel, including beta gameplay and analysis when that drops in mid-September, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, why would you want to go watch Nick Merckx rip chopper gunners every other game when you could watch me drop a 1.0 KD and struggle to put a UAV in the air? See, when you watch those big guys, you're gonna feel like you're horrible at the game. And when you watch me, you're gonna feel like a pro. I'm doing this for you, dude. This is Yags, signing off.